At our daughter's parent-teacher conference, my wife laughed and said, he tries to help with homework, but honestly, I'm surprised he graduated high school. The teacher shifted uncomfortably. I just smiled. 6 weeks later, she was explaining custody papers to her lawyer. My wife, Diane, is a cardiovascular surgeon who trained at Johns Hopkins for 9 years. She reminded me of it constantly. To her, I wasn't her equal. I was the mechanic she married before medical school who she could belittle to prove how far she'd climbed. The insults never stop. At Hospital Gala, it's adorable when he tries to follow our medical discussions. She'd talk slower around me, like I couldn't process normal conversation. But the real damage was what she was doing to our 9-year-old daughter, Maya. She was programming her to see me as inadequate. When Maya needed help with reading, Diane would interrupt. Sweetie, let's wait for mommy. Daddy struggles with big words. I pushed back, but every confrontation ended with her working double shifts and making me feel guilty. I stayed because I was terrified she'd use her income and reputation to paint me as unfit. The final straw came at Maya's parent-teacher conference. She was falling behind in English, and Mrs. Bennett suggested we read together at home. That's when Diane said the words that destroyed our marriage. She let out that patronizing laugh and told the teacher, well, I'll handle that. He tries to help with homework, but honestly, I'm surprised he graduated high school. Mrs. Bennett's expression froze. She laughed nervously, but I caught the discomfort in her eyes. My wife had just declared me intellectually incompetent in front of my daughter's teacher. I didn't flinch. I smiled and nodded through the rest of the meeting. But something fundamental shifted inside me. I wasn't just divorcing her. I was ensuring Maya would be raised by the parent who actually valued her father. I contacted Vincent Cole, the most ruthless divorce attorney in 3 counties. I emptied my savings to afford him. He was direct. Parental alienation cases are tough, but winnable. You need documented proof. So I started documenting everything. I installed recording apps on my phone and kept it running during family time. Legal in our state with one-party consent. What I captured was devastating. A recording of Maya asking me to explain her book report. I started helping, and Diane cut in. Maya, honey, why don't you ask someone who actually reads books? Your dad probably hasn't finished one since high school. A dinner recording where I mentioned a news article. She laughed hard. Did you actually read the article, Kevin? Or just look at the pictures? Reading comprehension isn't your strong suit. The worst was her video call with her mother. I don't know how much longer I can pretend. It's exhausting having to dumb everything down. Maya's already reading at a higher level than he probably ever did. Thank God she has my brain. While collecting evidence, I launched Operation Reading Dad. I took over Maya's English homework completely. For her book report, the thing Diane had mocked, I took her to the library every Saturday. We read Charlotte's Web together, a chapter each night. I helped her outline themes about friendship and loss. We made a creative presentation with drawings and quotes. Maya was engaged. Seeing her illiterate dad in a completely different light, she received an A+. Mrs. Bennett sent an email calling it the most thoughtful analysis she'd seen from a 3rd grader. I documented every interaction, every insult with date stamps, every reading session with Maya, every school event I attended while Diane worked late. Then, I found the financial evidence. While I'd been contributing my entire salary to household expenses, she'd been funneling her surgeon income into a private account. Hidden money, while planning to claim I couldn't provide. After 6 weeks, I was ready. On a Tuesday evening, while she was bragging about a successful surgery, I calmly slid papers across the dinner table. Since you're in such a good mood, here's something for you. She opened them and found divorce papers with a custody petition. What the hell is this? Her voice went sharp. Are you insane? No, I said, meeting her eyes. I'm done. You've spent years treating me like I'm stupid and teaching our daughter to disrespect me. You humiliated me in front of her teacher. Well, this high school graduate just spent 6 weeks building a case that's going to show a judge exactly who the better parent is. She exploded, screaming, crying, throwing the papers in my face. I sat there calm, watching her lose control. At mediation, her attorney tried arguing I lacked the educational background to support Maya's development. Then Vincent played my recordings. The color drained from her face as the room heard her systematic degradation, her mocking my reading, her video call about being thankful Maya had her brain. The outcome was total victory. Primary physical and legal custody of Maya.